Welcome back to this video on how to feel the vibe of up to 500 comments on any YouTube video. In the last video, we were able to get the comments from any YouTube video with just the link to the video. In this video, we will classify the comments into three categories, that is positive, negative, and neutral, with OpenAI's API. We are currently using Microsoft Visual Studio Code's terminal to provide the link and also get the comments. In the next video, we will build a Telegram bot that will provide a better user experience. You will just need to share the link to the bot, and it will return the comments and the vibe of the comment. Alright, let's get started. For each comment, we are going to use OpenAI's GPT 3.5 module to classify the comment. Let's write a for loop to go through every single comment. Here's the snippet of Python code provided by OpenAI to make the prompt. Here is an example of the JSON response we should expect. The reply can be extracted with this Python code. You can select the model you want. You will then need to tell the module what it is and what you want it to do. Before we go any further, let's get our OpenAI key. Visit platform.openai.com and create an account. Select API keys, then click on Create New Key. I bought $5 worth of credit and I found it very cheap to use. I've been playing around with it since Christmas and I've barely spent $1. Now we need to add our API key to the configuration file. Let's test the model to see if it's working. Here is the sentiment of the 5 comments we retrieved. We no longer need the print function, so let's assign the response to the sentiment variable. You can add additional conditions to help the model along. For example, we know that there are some emojis like the smiling emoji or phrases like thank you that are associated with a positive sentiment. To also account for situations when the model gives us a sentiment that is not inside the 3 categories, we can set that to neutral. Here is a list of emojis that we can classify as a positive sentiment. Here is an if statement to take care of that. Let's do the same for words and phrases. Let's create a list to save the comment and sentiment. This line of code will append the sentiment and comment to the categorize_comments list. But first, we are going to print out the serial number, comment, and sentiment with this for loop. Here is the dictionary to count the sentiments. Let's print the sentiments category and count with this for loop. Let's write an if-else statement to count the comments. If the sentiment is in the dictionary, it adds 1 to its total count. If it isn't, it assigns it a value of 1. Let's print out the number of categories. Now we can use the positive and negative counts to know whether the video has a good vibe or a bad vibe based on the comments. To do that, we need to grab the number of positive and negative comments count from the dictionary. Let's write an if statement for when both positive and negative comments are 0. Now we can calculate the ratio of positive to negative comments. I'm going to put a safeguard here for when the number of negative comments is 0, because that will throw up an error. If the negative count is 0, the ratio will be positive infinity. Let's write our if-else statements to print out the good vibe or bad vibe based on the ratio. Let's run the code. Expected column error, oh, line 71. We missed a colon. Alright, perfect. Here are the 5 comments. 3 are positive, while 2 are neutral. Let's try 100 comments. Here we have 58 positive comments and only 8 negative comments. The rest have been classified as neutral comments. Watch out for this type of negative comments. Even though they are negative, they aren't directed towards the content creator. So play around with the prompt to see what works for you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video where we will create a Telegram bot that will implement the same function.